Bengals of Kentucky just to our right. We welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. Here we go. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
11.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
11 MP.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Fighting through, he's got space. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
11.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I'm fine, ready?
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Gun. Shot. Wide 80.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Now a play fake here on first down. Short throw caught by Bowers. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Back to throw here.
First down.
Sideline, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's building his case for MVP consideration with each passing week. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
D-Hart.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's got a man wide open, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 11, promise.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
Absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Right back to Genty on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 132 yards and a touchdown.
Hey, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. So nothing doing there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Genty will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Gun.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he takes a pretty good lift there as he'll wind up getting about 3. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the
Burrow will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Here we go.
Burrow going to keep it himself. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 30 inches.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT.
That's out quickly to Chase. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35.
11 MT.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Burrow looking to pass. Throwing down, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
11.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
It's a gain of 7.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
11.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Raiders offense ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Genty. And all the way down inside the 5 and the 4. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 2. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our spin around the NFL starts now. In Indianapolis, the Colts
with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll go again with Genty. There he goes, left side. He may go. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Genty with its 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. On his loop for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10.
Here we go. Here.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
It's second and 8
Get set.
at the 44-yard line.
Now Burrow. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Looking left side, it's complete. He's down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Back to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 6.
11.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
11.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's third and goal after the sack.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. From the 23, here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
They'll set up a throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now it's third and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 46. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Final minute now in the third quarter.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a third and 3. That is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! From a yard out. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out, and he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride, he's able to take it into the end zone.
Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Gun.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing outside, complete to Chase. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
180. What is that?
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Goodness, nobody. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
1st down and 10.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got room to roam. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase from 8 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 138 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
It's 2nd and inches.
Second down and inches. Got his man. It's Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
11.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Burrow looking to pass.
11 right.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4.
Right, 80.
It's now 2nd
Right,
and 6.
Burrow will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Again, he'll drop the throw. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Burrow.
16-yard line.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
First and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have a ringer first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense